What's going on, guys? All right, so I'm gonna be working on the little TJ, what do they call it, a buggy, truggy, something like that. Yeah, gonna work on the little TJ Buggy this afternoon. I need some storage space. There's not a lot of storage space in this thing. I got a bunch of empty room back here. I had that one box, if you watched my video where I went over this thing, I had that little rattle dimple die box. I ain't with that thing, man. It's not sealed up. It had dimple die holes in it. Whatever you put in there is going to get wet, muddy, etc. The thing rattled. I wasn't able to get into my gas tank filler the way it's set up now. I'm going to change the gas tank filler set up a little later. I'm going to run me a hose up off the normal filler and put me a Moto-Built. They make a little plate where you can bolt like a 12 bolt filler thing to it. I'm just going to run a hose down to it, run my vent line into that, and call it good. So I got on the good old eBay and got me this I think it's like a 16 gauge metal Packout rack deal. I've got another little heavier dutier one. It's a single, and then I got this, like you've seen, this textured double. We'll cut me a couple pieces of steel and mount this over the gas tank, and I'm gonna work on some storage space for the Jeep. This is the one I was thinking right here. It's just a little, y'all can see that, the little normal OG little Packout box. I've had this for years. It's got a good O-ring seal in it, keep the water and the dust and stuff out. Hold quite a bit of tools in there. That's my thinking. So I'm gonna fire the bandsaw up. I got this Swag off-road little table here. Converts your bandsaw to like a little table bandsaw. Pretty neat. I've cut so much metal on this thing, it's unreal. I don't really have I know they make a trigger thing for it. I just got a zip tie back here. Kind of dangerous, don't recommend it, but it works for me. I try to keep my fingers out of the way. But I'm going to mount this back there. In that area somewhere like that. Somehow maybe. And still be able to put maybe a smaller box on top of it. I also have this little single one, and that'll leave me room right there for my spout to come up for my fuel filler neck. And I also got some space down here. I don't want to put anything, I don't want to put anything over my trans cooler, but I may make a little divider here for some fluids and whatnot down here. And then I have this whole space right here also for a cooler or whatnot, whatever I want to put back there. I feel like this box right here and the space that I have behind the seats, I got quite a bit of storage behind the seats. It's usually where I throw my tool roll. I may get another one of those tool rolls and just put one behind each seat for my tools, because if you roll over, they really won't come out, because I mean, it's not going to come out. You got to scoot the seat forward to get it to come out. So if it does, the tool rolls contain, so it's not going to really throw my tools everywhere. I'm probably going to order another one of those and just fill those things up full of tools, and then just have maybe a couple spare U-joints, odd and end parts in here, maybe some snacks, put a divider in it, or put me another little box up here for some snacks or something. I'm not really sure yet, but it being right there is pretty much protected, I would say, in a rollover case, because I got the bars here to protect it. So I got me two little flat pieces of steel. I'm just going to cut, bolt on each side. I'm not going to do any welding. I'm going to weld them later probably. Just want to bolt them on for now to see if it'll fit and if I like it. Later on I might weld it, but I'm not really too fond of welding over top of the gas tank right now. I am going to take those shocks off this Jeep and throw on here, and the reason I haven't done it yet, they won't bolt right on because of this. This I don't have a 90, the reservoir hose, and if you bolt it on just like that, the reservoir hose is going to be pointing that way. Or like I said, it's just the hose just won't fit in there. Just not going to work. So come up with an idea like this, a little plate, and I'm going to invert it where the bolt will go in this direction, hopefully, and surely I think I can get my bolt in and out of there. I'm not real sure yet. I think it'll work. If not, I'll come up with something different. Not real sure yet. I may cut that thing completely off and do something different. Not real sure. So let me get some measurements and we'll go over to the bandsaw, cut these two pieces of steel up, and we'll throw this winch plate that I got off eBay on there. Winch plate, what am I thinking? This Packout plate that I got off of eBay up here, and we'll mount that box and see how that turns out. Man, that blade's super dull. I may have to change that one out. I don't know what I've cut with that thing. I think I was cutting stainless steel with it, like stainless steel pipe. Last time I used it, that might be why that thing is so dull. I'm not real sure, but. Alright, so I got the 2 pieces of metal bolted in where this plate's going to bolt to, but the plate needs to be raised up because if you see this little lip on the pack out, it won't go over the angle to lock in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit longer bolts, maybe put a nut on the upper side to try to space it up some. And if that don't work, I'll get a longer nut and I'll get a longer bolt and put a couple nuts on it to try to raise this thing up some. That way it'll slide and lock in. So I'm gonna mark my holes for this thing, get it where I need it, drill the holes, and then we'll see what bolt and nut setup we'll need and how much we need to space it up. It needs to be spaced up where the bottom of this is above this piece of angle, so that box will slide in and lock correctly. The Packout thing's mounted. I don't know why that thing's vibrating like that. Hopefully it doesn't vibrate like that when I get the box on there, but I may try some different bolts or try to tighten it up a little better, but it's on there. That's all I care about. Let's throw it on there. It's kind of doesn't fit real well. I guess it's because what you get for buying an eBay one, but there it is. It works. The top don't stay up because it's hitting the roll bar, but that's about as good as I can get it. I'm not really worried about the top staying up. I can't reach in there from down here anyway. I can barely reach this in my tippy toes, so I'm probably gonna be climbing up on the tire and getting stuff out. I may make a little hook or something in the back to hold it up while I'm getting stuff in and out, but I got one on there and I've got room for 2 more if I want it. I've got enough room to get my fuel nozzle hose up. Alright, sorry about that. GoPro battery died, but it's on there. With it on there, not a lot of rattling anymore, and I still got room to put another box on top of there, or 2 small boxes, or what have you. I could throw, get another one this size, throw it on there. Or a little small one like this, throw it on there. Anything I want to do now. I got 2 more spots for 2 more boxes. I like this setup, and like I said, it doesn't hinder my fueling at all yet. I'm gonna put that up here probably, so that way I don't, because it's hard to get a can in there and to fill that up. You have to climb in the back of here. I'd much rather have it here or here somewhere where I could really like to have it right here. That way I could just throw the can in there, but I don't know. It's easy to get a nozzle in there, but it's not easy to get a gas can in there. But all I gotta do is take that box out and get a gas can in there. Not too worried about that right now. That's not one of the main concerns as of yet. Still need to get a cooler that'll fit in here. And I have little ratchet strap mounts the previous owner made that you can just ratchet strap a cooler in there. But that's a good start to getting some storage done. I'm going to go in tonight also and order some new seats and harnesses. As you see, these seats are absolutely clapped. I'm also going to order a new steering wheel. This one is a quick release. It hangs up right here on that hook. It's easier to get in and out of whenever the steering wheel's not on there. And like I showed y'all guys before, if you got one of those 3-bolt steering wheels, get on Jegs. This is a steering wheel adapter 3-bolt. Hub to 6-bolt wheels. Part number is 60728. But I'm gonna order me a new steering wheel and get the bowling ball steering wheel out of here, and I'm gonna figure out how to do some lights. I'm gonna take this before I put the seats in this thing. I'm gonna take it apart, tape it up, and paint the cage and the frame and stuff like that. Get this thing, because it's got a ton of rust on it. This guy just did not do a lot of maintenance on it. I understand it's an off-road buggy, and it's going to get beat up, because panels busted there. It's pulled the riv nuts out. I'm not too worried about the sliders. Those things get used a lot, but you can see it's just rusting down. Not too fond of rust, so I'm going to get that painted with some bed liner. When I take the wheels and shocks off to get my new shocks on, I'm probably going to paint the axles and the frame, give them a good touch up. But got my Milwaukee box in. That's what I was worried about. Got plenty of space for storage now. That's probably all the storage I need. I can get my breaker bar in there, other random things, whatever I feel like I need have plenty of storage, and plus I can get another box on top of that too, and have room for my cooler, tool rolls behind the seat. Think that'll do me pretty good. That's gonna be all for today. Appreciate you guys for watching. Throwing a little box on there, nice little storage container. That'll work. I had it laying around. This thing was not that much money. Yeah, that's just gonna work great for me. I'm not going to go overkill with a bunch of storage and clutter the Jeep up and add a lot of weight to it. I'm just going to get the bare necessities of what I need in case something fails, or I got to tighten something up, or I got to work on something. Appreciate you guys for watching this short little video. If you did watch it, any ideas you could throw at me, I'm all ears. But yeah, I'm going to go in here and look for a cheapy cooler to set right here, and maybe might order another box on Home Depot. I got this one right here. It's not being used. It's still in good shape. Like I said, you know, you can throw this thing up the top there if you wanted to bring some extra stuff or some food or something like that. If you're going on a long all-day trip or something like that, be pretty neat. And might be taking it out this weekend. Fingers crossed. I really hope so. Trying to find a group to go out with. So let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you on the next one.
Going in and out recessions the same way that I be going in and out of Texas.